Hello, CD Punk here. Last week, Lady Gaga announced that she would be removing the song Do What You Want With My Body, a single from her 2013 album Art Pop, off of all streaming services due to recent allegations with the song's collaborator R. Kelly. So just 18 hours after she made a statement on Twitter, the song was removed from all streaming services, as well as the official music videos on YouTube. So why are we talking about this, you may ask? Is it just another excuse for me to talk about Gaga? Well, yes, but I do also have a point. Now, we all know the sales of CDs is plummeting. Many stores don't even carry them anymore, nothing besides what's in top 40 anyway. And our music libraries are evolving from physical formats to digital more and more each day, with streaming becoming the preferred way to consume music. And why wouldn't it be? It's convenient, it's easy to use. You have a vast library of music available to you at all times as long as you've downloaded it or have a good internet connection. And most importantly, it's cheap. For an Apple Music subscription, it's only about $10 a month. For $10 a month, you can listen to all the music you could possibly shove into your little ear holes. And that's not a bad price at all, considering that if you were to go buy a new, Ariana Grande CD, or the Lady Gaga, we'll keep it on Gaga, forget Ariana. If you were to go buy the new A Star Is Born soundtrack, you'll spend at least $10 on it, at least. So it only makes sense that digital is doing so well compared to physical releases. So what's the downside of digital? Well, this is a very good example of that, this whole Lady Gaga thing. Artists can remove their music from online services, as well as to go so far as to edit music that's already been posted. It's already been distributed through iTunes and Spotify. Back in 2016, Kanye West, yes, I know, Kanye West is an idiot, yes, let's get by that though. Kanye West released an album called The Life of Pablo. However, it wasn't originally called that. He changed the album title 3 times while it was already uploaded. Not just that, he actually continuously edited the music itself. He uploaded the album, he said it was the best music that was ever released, and then he edited it, then took it down, then uploaded it again, and it was different, and then he just kept taking it down and re-editing it, changing the title of the album, changing the song lyrics, changing the songs, the credits on the songs. So where exactly does this end, and is this going to be the start of something new? If an album is released online, there's nothing really stopping the artist from taking it down so they can either edit it, or in this case, completely just get rid of it altogether. This Lady Gaga song, Do What You Want With My Body, is literally disappearing from all future official releases of this album. And future generations might not even know that the song ever existed at all. I mean, of course, there are going to be people that know this whole little story and everything. But in 50 years, do you think people are going to know when they go back to listen to this album? No, they probably won't know at all. Because in 50 years, they're probably not going to be listening to the CD or the vinyl version of this, are they? They're going to be listening to it on, well, I would say Spotify, but who knows how we'll be streaming music in the future? Maybe it'll just be a chip that's implanted in the back of your skull. That'll be like the iPhone 70. They just stab you in the back of the head with a syringe and then you get it. And it's just like a little pill. You know, like when you take your cat or your dog to the vet and then they use a syringe to insert the little tracking device in its back? That's how our iPhones are going to be in the future. It's not even going to be a phone anymore. It's going to be like the iChip. Anyway, that's how you're going to stream music. So you won't even know, that future people won't even know this song ever existed. I mean, future people might not even know who the fuck Lady Gaga is, but, well, I'm sure some will know. But the song literally just went poof. Over in the video game industry, I know it's something we never talk about on this channel, but it's somewhat relevant here. There are many developers that actually release their games before the games are even finished, because it's mostly digital releases that they put out, or digital sales. I don't know how to word that, but you know what I mean. If you have a PlayStation 4, you buy the video game on your console. You don't need to go to the store and buy a physical copy. You can, but you don't have to. Some of these games are being released not even finished all the way. Because you just download the game, if it's not finished, they can just keep re-uploading it every time that they put in a new patch to fix something. So it's not a big deal. It's exactly the same for iTunes. Or at least that's how Kanye West is treating it. So weeks after the game is launched, The developers are still working out bugs on the fucking thing. That's no different at all than what Kanye West has done. Now, I for one don't like Kanye. I loved the song American Boy by Estelle, he featured on it. But besides that and Gold Digger, I don't like anything he's done. But you do have to admit he is a very influential figure within the music industry. So if he's able to pull off shit like this, upload the album and have it not even be finished like 5 times over, just keep fucking working on it, and if Lady Gaga is able to just completely make a song go poof from existence, besides physical copies, who's to say that this isn't going to continue or become more of a regular thing that we can start to see in the future? Now don't get me wrong, I completely understand why the song has been taken down. I'm not saying she made the wrong choice or anything, I completely understand and it's totally up to her. I personally didn't even like that song, nor do I like R. Kelly. But what's stopping this from happening with other albums? Maybe an artist doesn't like a song and decides to just remove it, or perhaps even edit it as well. I can't remember which band it was, I'm sorry, this is such poor research. There was some 80s band, one of the metal bands from the 80s. They recently remastered one of their albums. You know how in the 80s, a lot of the drums, they sounded like, it was like the snare was just very, like reverberation out the ass. Just, it sounded obnoxious. Well, they remastered the album, but with normal drums, because those drums from the 80s, they sound very dated now. Nobody uses drums like that anymore. But just think, they remastered the album with new drums. The original still available, I'm sure, if I could even remember which band it was. But as you can imagine, that would change the album completely, give it a whole new dynamic. Something that some people might like, but something that other people might not be too fond of. Imagine your favorite album. Imagine if they changed something like that as the remastered version. Now what if they decided, hey, you know what? I like this version better than the original. Let's get rid of the original, let's just take it down off iTunes. Just keep this remastered one up. I think that this is the definitive version of this album. How pissed would you be? It sounds ridiculous, I know, but look at George Lucas. Look at him. You can't even find the original versions of Star Wars anymore. The only versions available for sale now are the ones where he's added in extra shit with computer graphics. So it very well could happen with music one day. Just saying. There's nothing stopping this from happening. But it's not just artists' personal tastes or preferences that can change this. What if a song or album gets taken down due to legal action, royalties, or ownership? This actually happens a lot more than you think. Quite often songs and albums go missing on iTunes and Spotify. Labels sometimes have to retract albums because they no longer own the actual recordings or the albums anymore. Very recently I went onto iTunes to listen to one of my favorite albums ever. I'm gonna have to get around to doing a commentary on this album because it's fucking incredible. The album Devil's in My Details by the band Ogre. So I went onto iTunes to listen to this album, and to my surprise, it was no longer available. It was just completely taken off of iTunes altogether. So I just listened to something else. A little less than an hour later, I felt like listening to the album Handover by Skinny Puppy. And that too was also taken down. Now if you look on iTunes at an album, at the very bottom it'll say what record label or publisher it was released through. That's who owns the recording or the album. Both albums, Devil's in My Details and Handover, were originally released through Synthetic Symphony. But since then, this was about 2 weeks ago I tried listening to these albums. Since then, Devil's in My Details has been released back onto iTunes, but by BMG Rights Management. And the album Handover is still missing completely from iTunes. Now I know that this isn't necessarily what this video is meant to be about. It wasn't the artists that decided to do this, as far as we know. I mean, it seems pretty obvious that it was just a record label thing, a switching of ownership for these albums. But it just shows you just how easy it is for music to be taken down off of digital music stores. So I've said it before, I do love digital copies. I love having music on my phone and being able to listen to anything I want whenever I want on my phone. It's super convenient. I love discovering new music on iTunes, and I love making playlists of those random things. It's a lot easier to do than a mixtape. I just don't have time to make a fucking mixtape anymore. But I think these are some pretty good examples as to why you should probably hold on to physical copies of some of your favorite albums. so that they can't be changed or disappear. Nobody's gonna change that CD on your shelf or just make it disappear. The only way it's gonna disappear is if someone steals it. And nobody's gonna steal your CD collection. Trust me, nobody wants your shit. Sadly, CDs won't be around forever though. It's a medium that will one day be extinct and music will no longer be available on it. I'm sure CDs will be made to some capacity. I guarantee not everything will be released on CD in 20 or even 10 years from now. So we may not have a choice in the future, but for now, you know what, go get your favorite albums on CD or vinyl, whatever. If you want a vinyl, more expensive, not for me, but you know, if that's what you're into, go for it. Or cassette tapes or 8-tracks or the cylinder, the big cylinder thing. What was that thing called? The phonograph cylinder. If that's what your favorite album came out on back in the 1890s, then by all means go out and get it. But yeah, this isn't really a typical video of mine. This was just mental masturbation, really. I just wanted to talk to you guys about this and see what your thoughts were on it. Do you think that this is something that could catch on? Do you think more people are going to do this? Are there more examples that I just don't know about and I'm just completely ignorant to? I can definitely see it happening in the future. I don't see why not. Maybe an artist put out an album and they always thought that one song didn't really belong. So they're just like, you know what? Fuck it, take it off. But what if that song is Billy's favorite song? What if Billy really loves that song? And Billy never thought to go buy the CD. He just has the digital version and now Billy can't even listen to his favorite song. It could happen. Don't be Billy. Just go buy the CD. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think this is something that could happen? I don't know. This video is just me thinking out loud, really. That's all it was. Food for thought. Food for thought. So, I actually wanted to try something new with you. A segment, if you will. Something that I think would be pretty fun. At least we're going to try it out, and if it's not fun, then we'll never do it again. What I want to try to do is I want to play a song for you and have you try to guess what it is. I'll play a little snippet of a song here in just a moment, and the first person to guess correctly what the song is in the comments down below will be announced as the winner in the next episode. So what's the prize, you ask? Nothing. There is no prize. Nothing at all. You win nothing. You win my respect for a little bit. I'll announce you on the next episode, and that's about it. And then we'll just do it again. It'll be a continuous process. But I think it'll be fun, so we'll see how it goes. Now, you're probably thinking, well, it's just a song, no problem. I can Shazam that shit. If I don't know what it is, no problem at all. I got this thing in the bag. Well, no, there is a twist. The song will be manipulated in some way. I'm not going to tell you how it's manipulated, although I think for this episode I'm going to make it pretty easy since it's the very first one. So I want you to guess to see what this song is. Take a listen. Okay, so what song was that? What do you think it was? Because this is the first time that we're doing this, I intentionally made it somewhat easy. I'm sure most of you can tell what artist or band that is, but I want to know what song it is. And what did I do to the song? You don't need to tell me what I did to the song, just tell me what song it is. But you'll get bonus brownie points if you can tell me how it was manipulated. Okay, cool? Cool. So, first one to guess correctly wins, so good luck. Also, a little update for you. As some of you may know, I recently released a new song. It's called Down the Avenue, and the name of the band, my band, is eexee. It's available now on all streaming sites, including iTunes, Spotify, Google Music, Amazon, all the other shit. I don't know what else it's on, but if you Google it or do whatever, I'm sure you'll find it. But to make your life easier, if you actually care, I put links in the description down below, so you can find it for free there. It's actually the song that's playing in the background right now. It's a good song, isn't it? You like it? You like it? I hope so. Please like it. But yeah, you can listen to it now, and I hope you'll consider checking it out. I actually debuted the song on here on this channel, and I was amazed by how much positive feedback I got from a lot of you. So thank you all so much. It really means a lot to me. And I really appreciate your support greatly. So thank you so much, really. All your kind words were really awesome. Okay, so that's it. I'm done blabbering. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll check out some of my other videos. They're all about music, so if you like any of the bands that I talk about, I hope you'll check them out. Maybe you'll be into it. Not all of them are mental masturbation like this video. Some of them actually do hold content, but good luck finding those videos. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.